Question. Have you been seeing this series of drama going around on social media between Kwach and AC Stevens? Wakiwa na mtoto anaitwa, the baby is called Ryan. And this is how it starts. Video calls, angry faces, and the first thing they say is, Ninini, what is it? And they are co-parenting. And it is so ugly, it is so toxic. And they do this for maybe comic relief, but then the truth is this actually happens in our day-to-day life. And today, that is the basis of our conversation. We're talking about being able to co-parent or being able to, you know, handle baby, daddy, drama, all of that. It's a lot, and it's happening because we already feel that's number one, which you keep preaching. So we end up here, Zulu way.
And you know, those two guys do such an excellent job because you have to be told they're only acting.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's true.
You have to be reminded they're only acting.
Yeah.
And they bring out one thing that is very positive about us.
Yeah.
We are very talented and we have free outlet to showcase our talent to the world. Those two found out, and I saw them having advertisements. When you do such a nice job, you attract something. That attention is very good.
Yes.
Because they make it, they bring out the feeling, and you know you have to feel something to bring it out. You're an actor in another world. And in your other life, you know what? You have to wear the role. So I like the way she wears the role of a bitter. The guy is just nice.
Even her hair is angry. It's just going everywhere, and she's like.
And you know, it's video call from random places.
Yes.
The way real life would look like. This guy is at night, just asleep. Who is that sleeping on the left?
You have to. There's nobody. Oh, okay.
You know. So these people are no longer in a relationship, but she's snooping all around his life.
She's terrible.
You know, I don't know. She's dating his boss.
Yeah.
The boss, the guy sees the son being posted by the boss. Happy to have you as my son.
I'm charging you.
And then he says, "Who is that? How come I see my son on my boss's say if you have been defeated?"
Yes. It's like why would I depend on a tout if I know the owner of the car?
You know, but I send money. Where did the money come from? From the company. So me, I'm getting it also from the company directly. So toxic.
Yes.
But yet it represents how, and I like it. I want to encourage them to play more. Let them come up with more situations. To warn those who think baby mama drama, baby daddy drama is fun. Because they see drama, they hear entertainment. This is not entertainment. They're even baptizing it character development.
Yeah. While
really is character destruction. Many times what is trendy is usually the opposite of the truth. In another show we said, when they say block and block is a sign of love, remember it's a sign of toxicity.
Yes.
True love wants peace. Consistency. Real relationships involve peace. You don't want drama. And why do people get into, you know, somebody was asking, because I received that question a lot. How do I handle this person who I got this kid with, man? She's so explosive, inconsistent, shifting the goalposts. We set rules, they are broken tomorrow.
Yes.
We agree on things, they are thrown off the door tomorrow. And the guy receives email from school saying 17,000 school fees paid, $170, for example. And she said, but you told me it is 45,000. She says, who do you think does the babysitting?
Yeah.
Oh, what about the snacks? But I pay the snacks. What about going for them?
Yes. What about this CBC program, collecting soil? the beautiful English that baby speaks. Who is
the good manners you have been complimenting? Who instills that? Imagine. And the guy is just harassed like that. And you know the calls, you end up the one being defeated.
Yes.
Blocked, call ended.
Yes.
And another time they call her, they don't talk. They look at each other, they use hungry, they click. I tell you, they went to the center of that raw.
Yes, they did.
And made it look so real. Yes. And they said, finally somebody is demonstrating when they have nothing to lose. You know, an actor has nothing to lose.
No.
They can just...
They are a mirror to society.
They just mirror.
Yes.
So, I like the mirroring. Because it has been... People, the word baby daddy, baby mama has become so common.
Yeah.
And that's copycat behavior of humans to think it's now accepted. It's nothing big. Everybody has a baby mama here, baby daddy here. We call it the bad news is sometimes what the truth is so unpopular That the lie is what has been normalized. When people ask me what is the formula for co-parenting the difficult people, I told them, unfortunately, these people are like viruses. There's no cure.
Yeah.
There's no cure for viruses. COVID, we were not treating the virus.
No.
We were managing the symptoms as we hope it will go away.
Yeah.
To this day, we don't cure viruses.
They have different variants.
The reason? They change so often.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yes. Yes.
You know, before you manufacture a combat for this one, it has changed to something else.
Yes.
Difficult people, toxic people are inconsistent. That's what makes it so difficult to handle them, because they keep changing goalposts. Unfortunately, the only sure-proof way is to stick by the manual, by the manufacturer's manual, and keep sex for the marriage bed. And even before you go for the marriage bed, the comment you read off air by
Yes.
one Carol saying,
Yes.
I don't regret getting my children. I wish I had gotten this information before,
Yes.
but I wish I had gotten my children with a normal human being. And
Yes.
people are saying, I get that feeling.
Yes. You know?
You know. The sure proof is avoidance, just like with viruses. Try avoid catching them. And if you catch it, just do what you have to do until to manage.
Yes.
What kind of advice is that from a doctor, by the way? That doesn't seem too...
It's not what I came here for. I was hoping you're a doctor. I was hoping there's an injection, maybe one time.
We can only strengthen your body, ask you to eat fruit, but while we leave the virus there, hoping soon it will go. The same advice for co-parenting with virus people.
Ah. Yes.
You can only manage your internal resources to handle whatever they throw at you.
Because you are not in control of what you do not know.
So we only have 3 strategies, and all of them are tentative depending on the type of toxicity in front of you. Oh, please. There's no Pythagoras theorem.
Okay.
Because the people are inconsistent. The reason we can come with formulas, drugs, a way, a principle, is because what you're dealing with is consistent. It may be complicated, but it is consistent. With difficult people, they are inconsistent. So the only formula we can tell you is the formulas about when they turn this way, there are possible options, check this, check the other, check the other. There is no straightforward. The only straightforward is avoid getting entangled with unstable people. They will destabilize your life.
Okay.
Now, if you're already in,
Yes.
follow the following methods. 1, toxic people are not the same. So don't copy what your friend is handling.
Okay.
They are not the same.
Yes.
The first sure proof, close to sure proof, is to kick them out of your life if you get the loophole. You can get a child together,
Yes.
but they are disinterested. Don't force them. There are many people who run after the disinterested person so they can pay money.
Yes.
You are running after trouble. You are running after trouble. No, they should pay child support. And you know this human being has no qualms. They can do anything. They will send the money 2 months and then turn your life to a hell.
Yeah.
Do your mathematics between the money and the peace. What you'd rather have. This is when you're dealing with a person who is both toxic and rather elusive. Don't run after elusive, difficult people just to pay money. Better downgrade your life
Yes.
to live low scale, scale down for a while, to start down with that child,
Yeah.
and grow in peace. And keep in prayer that they don't come back. Because sometimes when you realize you're in peace, that's when they come back.
Yes.
Just to trouble your life.
Yep.
Or wherever they else gone to blow up things, they have backfired. Now they must look for another person to trouble.
Yeah.
Because their life is a continual drama.
Yeah.
You know? And these dramatic people never lack people. Have you realized that?
No, they don't.
They always have the next person.
Yes.
That Quach guy and
And AC.
what they were, she's now with this person, now with the other person, but you should not have anyone. The latest one, he posted his cousin, who's turning 30, and the nickname for the cousin at home is, I think, Kaswiti or something. That's the nickname from the family.
Yes.
So he posted saying, I wish you whatever. Naming the Kaswiti. And she goes saying, forget we exist, never talk about.
But we are not together, see?
He is not given any chance to talk like that. Everything is tied to Ryan, the child.
Yes.
So you try to torment me because of Brian, you don't care about, you know. I say, no, that's my cousin. No, I don't care. If you don't remove it in 15 minutes, never talk to. So where have you been left? For the sake of peace, just pull
down.
So the one thing is, if you realize the toxic, the difficult person is rather elusive. That's your grace, period. That's a chance to sneak away to peace.
Yeah.
And once you run away, don't hang around. Sometimes you have to do so many things to clean up your social media, change your handles, change your number, change your contact.
Yeah.
If you know after they run after you, you will never rest again. Now, escape. Right now when they are distracted by another victim.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you may have to leave the child with them if they are clinging on the child. Some people take the child from you and then they take them up country to their parents. Which is very unreasonable because the child would have been better with you.
Yes.
But they take the kid away by force. They said so that they can either get money from you
or just hurt you. Just hurt you.
You know, others rely on their traditions that in my culture, men always take their children. In my culture, it's the women who must. In my culture, if it's named after, in my culture. And you know, you made me happy when you said 2 grandmothers supported you in a very odd situation.
Yes.
They gave a feedback that you did not expect.
Yes. I was very happy to hear.
That you're at home and aunties had brought up the discussion of children.
Like, hey, you know, timeline, children. And my grandma was like, wait, Mukali, take your time. There is no hurry. And 2 of my grandmas say that I was very shocked.
Very unusual.
Very unusual.
From that age group.
Yes.
And it made me transport this point. There's a wisdom many of these old people have learned. That they can give you a distilled answer. That is a culmination of observation of many years.
Yes.
Not everybody grows old, gets wise, and let's remember that. Some people are not observing, they're not attentive to life. So they don't draw conclusions. Are we together?
Yeah.
Some people grow old the same way they were. We talked about self-imposed mental retardation. We have not yet talked about on air, but it's one condition I've discovered.
Yeah.
Those people indulge in relationships that are emotionally consuming and psychologically destabilizing during the critical development period of 18 to 24. And then they are interrupted. The development of becoming your personality, concretizing, you learning your values, acquiring skills and competencies, social networking. If you're put in a bottle, you withdraw it from that field of self-becoming and digesting information and life, then you're tied in a corner in a relationship. You remain where you left off, even as you grow old.
Yeah.
There are people today you talk, they're 40, but they're talking 22. And the embarrassing thing is, they may be your parent. They may be a person who is very senior who you wanted to respect. They may be your boss. But as you talk, they're reasoning down here. It's so frustrating, and you can't tell them directly you're not thinking. You lack wisdom.
Yes.
Why, this is a simple, straight situation. And you wonder how come this person is a grown-up. They may have a profession. Professional development is very different from emotional development. They may have a career. They may be a very well-to-do business person. But on a personal scale, their decisions are so bungled up, lacking wisdom because of self-imposed mental retardation. When they left personal development prematurely, because your mind grows by soaking in good information and principles and internalizing customs and conventions of life and how people are. This never works. So because they left that, they're so blind, they're making decisions that are facing the other direction.
Yeah.
They confront the wrong people, they approach people the wrong way, they say the wrong things, they advise wrongly, they misguide their children, misguide this, quarrel you when you do the right thing. You know? And they are up there in a position of a parent or director or something, but their personal life and the personal space, they are so misguided, they're living in a whirlpool of confusion.
Yeah.
Mental retardation. Self-imposed. Not diagnosable, because it is not inborn. They rushed into the wrong things and interrupted their mental development. And you can always tell, because they don't read. They did not learn such basic things like hunger. Yeah. So, because they don't have a hunger, you can tell there's no learning culture in them. Learning culture came from how you were exposed to life and you saw it is rapidly changing. And you saw the mandatory need to keep learning and updating. You see grown-ups who don't have anything personal studying material in their space. And they are literate. I'm not talking about those who did not go to school.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a literate human being who is grown up now and they never purchase materials for learning. They don't follow content for learning. They only follow gossip channels. They only follow rumor mongering channels. And all their stories are hearsay. So they are full of paranoia, full of misinterpretation, full of naivety, conformist. They are afraid of standing out. They cannot give a sound thought through advice. They can't quote another. And they are learning. These people, they're learning. They like their positions.
Yeah.
And I told you can always see symptoms from outside. So part of what is happening is you may have gotten a kid with a person who is like this. They are never to grow. They are mentally retarded. They don't learn, don't improve, they're not moving. So you can't try to reason out the most. You see, I'm saying let us pay a school directly because you can't reason a simple straight. But then, because you got a kid them, you're being forced to call to teamwork. So if this person removes themselves, feel lucky and run away. That's the rule number one.
Okay.
And shut down anything they can use to trace you.
Okay.
It's in your good fortune. Remember, courts of law don't recognize these things. They say when you're a parent, unless you have to prove how unhealthy and risky the person is to the child. They're risky behaviors. If they are about drinking, the lady is drinking, coming home late, bringing many in the house, she's chaotic. If you can show prove that to the court, you can be given custody.
Yes.
But many times the misbehaviors are not traceable by law.
Yeah.
You're not there enough to collect evidence. So they're still given the right to access. So the second rule is, so we said the first rule is don't value money over peace.
Yes.
Don't chase after toxic people who are running away so that they can pay.
Escape.
You may get the money and then your peace is gone. Better to run away and let them, because usually they remember and come back. And they hate it when you're at peace. They use the language, I want to see my child. So don't hang around there, disappear. So that even when they finally recollect themselves, you're already in Mozambique. What about the place of introducing your child to the other parent?
Yes.
When they become a grown-up, 18, you can direct them the general direction where they can find the other parent. Because they're not a child now. They will not be abused. They may not be victimized really.
Yeah.
So let them now go find the person if they want. Do that. They will Obama came look, okay, these are my people, thank you. When you're grown up now to make decisions.
Yeah.
So toxic people are usually not a threat when a person is a grown up. They're a threat when they're a child.
Yes.
So you're just buying time to do your parental role in peace.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the other thing is, the other rule is, because we say these people vary and they change, there's a particular way you can handle a person that is invisible from outside. For example, you know this person loves money a lot. You know this person, there's something, if you let them stay with it, they'll leave you alone.
Okay.
It's called trade-off. Do a trade-off of something that is not visible from outside to win peace. For example, if you had a joint property and they are clinging to it.
Yes.
And by not pressuring for the property, they will leave you alone, hoping you don't come after the property.
Ah, you leave it. Okay.
But you leave it wisely. You leave the possibility of asking for it should they start troubling you. So you don't conclude the legal things. You just keep quiet.
Don't bother them.
Yes.
Don't
But you have the right to sue, but you're holding on to as a card to bargain for peace. All right? It's amazing. Again, you may know something that this person loves so much that if you let them stay with it, they'll give you peace. A car maybe, a property maybe, something they know, if you fight for it, you'll take it away.
Yeah.
But they don't love this child. They don't care about the child you want to co-parent. They just wanted that thing.
So
and you do your mathematics.
Yeah. So
you quietly don't pressure for it because they're also hoping you don't come after them. So because they're looking that you don't come after them, you use that they don't also come after you. You trade off something in between you that buys you the peace. Maybe the house they're living in.
Yes.
Maybe you also reason, I want my child, even if they're not living there, they're living with me. If I don't run after that, they can have peace here. So the second rule involves carefully calculated trade-offs. Remember, you entangled yourself with a terrorist.
Yeah.
These terrorists can blow the two of you up.
Yes.
Because they have less to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
You're paying for your sins. Had you avoided this entanglement. So don't lose. Oh my God, why can't they leave me alone? People come tired and giving up. Imagine. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Remember the Nigerian, why are you running? Somebody scares you,
Yes.
and then you run. He's like, why are you running?
Why are you running?
So,
oh my God.
remember, this is a consequence of other choices you made.
Yes, yes.
You know, they pretended to be nice. Pretenders are all over the world. It's your work to peer through the pretense before you commit. You can't say, they conned me, because if they conned you, sorry, we can't help you. This world is unfair.
Yeah.
It's your diligence that will save you. So the solution here is to say, calculated trade-offs involve doing a mathematics of something you know they value.
Yes.
And if you give it to them, they'll leave you in peace. Sometimes the man may know this woman just wants my money. She's not
Yeah.
about the child or anything.
Yes.
So I can do another trade-off of saying, okay, I'll continue sending this kind of money for your upkeep and all that, but can the child study from my end? If they know you will send the money, they'll leave you. They'll leave you.
Yeah,
So this
that's
guy
true.
will do something that from the rest of the world is unfair. Why are you
Yeah.
sending money and the child is with you? My friend, I know who I'm dealing with. I'm
Yes.
buying peace. This is my tax. My peace tax.
You know, it's interesting that we talk about this today, because yesterday I heard about a story where they were married with 2 kids, and money came now. Money was a lot at some point, and they built a 20+ million home, and they were living there, but it became really toxic. And when it became that toxic, the man feared for his life, and he took his clothes, put them in the boot of his car, and left. Did not ask for property, actually left the deed there and just left. Sent money for school fees, medication, clothes, whatever you need, but I'm gone. That is a trade-off right there.
Perfect. That's a wise man. The rest of you may call him a coward, but he knew he would be killed.
Yes.
You know, when you live with a person, there's a side of them you know.
Yes. That the world doesn't.
And maybe he already snooped at our communication
Yes.
that plans are being made.
Oh, goodness.
But you know, she only wants the house maybe.
Yes.
And if you leave, she'll leave you alone. For the sake of your life, because you already entangled yourself with a cycle. You calculate, what trade-off can I redeem myself with? Okay.
Yeah.
Many people have silent trade-offs. You have a name that you have to protect. You have a child with that small terrorist who can blow you up. So you agree for this kind of money, and they'll remain silent
Yes.
to allow you to go on with your life.
Yeah.
So these people pay quietly and a very unfair amount of money.
Yes.
But when you look at the situation and what they're risking,
Yeah.
they know it's not forever until the child is grown. So they can even organize their lives. And there's quiet. People who are not friends, but they have harmony. This is the wisdom they're usually using. There's no friendship at all. It's animosity and acrimony.
Yeah.
It's selfish. You can see a selfish, exploitative, but it's a working arrangement. One person has calculated their trade-off. Now, remind young men in particular.
Yes. Men.
One was telling me, I'm 30, I'm already a baby daddy of 2 with different baby mama. What happened is, after I finished university and I was 24, I got settled in marriage with this girl, and when she was pregnant, she brought her friend who I also found cute, and they developed an affair. Later on, my wife left, and now I'm married. This one got a child. She's also toxic. We are parted. What? The Swahili saying, ngoma ya watoto haikeshi. You know, children's dance cannot go overnight. And I'm telling him, shh, first.
Yes. Please.
What time is it in your life? What are you doing settling in marriage at 22? 24? How old is the one you're married? Where have you even done life?
It is not
just
marriage.
an emotional things. And I'm telling him. So, and it's very difficult for doctors to have to tell you, unfortunately, the situation you got yourself into does not have cure. You just have to adjust your life around it, you know. And sometimes you have to give those kind of feedbacks to people.
Yeah.
My brother, having 2 baby mamas out there and children, I'm sorry. My announcement to young men, take your time. Explore life freely. Grow. You may finish university at 23, but I always recommend men stay until you're around 30.
Yeah.
And when you marry a woman is 25 and above. That's the time when their brain has matured and they are looking to settle. These young girls are not looking to settle. It's emotions. Even you, when you're 24, you're not looking to settle.
Yeah.
It's emotions carrying you. Just dreaming of having sex with them, because marrying is the way you run now to get married. Only when you're not made up your mind, the life you want, the flavor you want, the direction of your life.
Yeah.
So he's emerging at the time he's supposed to be getting married, when he has expensive burdens on his back. The only solution is one. If you have done complicated sold short at that time, and I was telling him, now forget marrying serious women. Now, your preference, you should concentrate on searching among girls who have children already. Those ones, now they will understand you better. So, you know, they like saying, no judgment. Life will judge you. You may say not to be judged, but life is real. My girl was, she still swears. If you had a child, my friend, even if I learn when we are on the altar,
yes.
I'll walk out. I never wanted a place where I deal with another child. And I'm not saying there can't be good men, it's just my preference.
It's a preference. It is.
I don't know, we call it preference. But
Yes.
I realize many of these women who have kept themselves, they have another standard that they don't announce so that you don't stone them. But when it comes to personal decisions, they're very rigid about it. Sorry. I wish you were.
Can do, won't do.
You can find another person, but no.
Yeah.
Imagine that. And I was telling him, my brother, you have sold short, but I'm not saying you're doomed. I'm just saying some things now are closed. Don't even dream about them. You know. And I was telling him, your solution is one. Work your back off.
Yeah.
Get enough money.
Yeah.
Give upkeep for the 2 kids.
Yeah.
Learn your lesson the bitter way.
Yeah.
Be very responsible to them. Father them right. You find another girl who also has a past and she's a mature, stable girl. You can have a blended. Imagine at that you're entering a blended family. Now that I've warned boys, I also need to warn girls.
Okay, cool. It's about time.
Many of them, when they get a kid and they're only 26, now they start having to date men who are midlife 40s.
Okay.
Divorcees, people who have children past lives double your age.
See, they are mature.
Mwikali, the costs of having sex before marriage has been underrated. Only those who get in realize it's disproportionate, it's unfair, it's too much. Now, the third rule of co-parenting with difficult people is, so we have said, calculate specific situation-oriented trade-off like that brother.
Yes.
Because I know it's the money she wants. She wants to eliminate me to get the house and this. Let me just walk out quietly, and I know she'll leave me alone because now I'm not asking anything.
No.
And I can organize my love later.
Yes.
No argument. Thank you. The world will call you a fool, but you know what you're dealing with.
Yes.
The third rule is recreating yourself to a life that the toxic person can't fit. When you engage to them and you got this kid, there's a lifestyle you are living.
Yes.
There's a standard of life you want. And I told you the unfortunate thing of getting a kid just after university. There's usually a gap there. In the university, you had a life and a culture.
Yes.
Then after you leave it, there's the church, the friends, the lifestyle. Then after you leave, before you settle at work, in a home, in a family, in anything, there's a gap in between here.
Yeah.
They usually looking, not settled, being accommodated by people, living together as a group. There's a gap there that you're not a member of any church, you're not so consistent, you don't have a regular routine, you don't have a regular income. So there's usually a gap there. And for many people, it can go as far as 5 years, and it's the most risky. The reason many people marry wrong is because they marry you during that period when they are not themselves. They don't have a regularity of fellowship anywhere, regularity of friendship and standards. They don't have clarity of where they are going. They're still searching and stable, trying, doing, surviving. So that period is also risky. I usually encourage, make no permanent decisions during that period. Okay. Make no permanent decision during that period when nothing in your life is stable. You're still trying to find your footing. You may have hooked up with many toxic people, with a toxic person during that time.
Yeah.
The solution then is go back to be yourself. Ascend to your life, to career, to working, to healthy living until, even if they try to pop to the estate you live, they can't pass through the gate. They don't have the fare to come to where you live.
Yeah.
They try to trouble you, even reaching you practically is impossible. I'm told there are estates, Iruna, Modaiga, whatever. You have the one you're going to see must approve for you to be allowed. So they are called. You said number 24B. 24B, we have a guest here. ID number, say Benjamin.
No, I'm
Benjamin
sorry.
Who? Sorry, I'm not. Sorry, we are not able to let you in. No, but that's the part of my. Excuse us. Go to police, come to court orders or something like that. So go back, ascend your life. That pilot was being troubled, a cargo plane, and too many rats. Yeah, we are giving them trouble. To ascend and open windows, the things will fall off. Sometimes just ascend. So that solution involves go back to yourself. Improve your life. Grow. Focus. And the more you ascend, some people who are clinging on your life because you are on their level will fall off naturally.
Yep.
They would have wanted to throw a stone at you, but you are driving around in tinted cars. They can't tell which one is you. They try to come to your home. The estate has enough security. And you are able to live a peaceful life because they can't access you.
Yes.
That time, they thought you were one of them. But over a period of 5 or so years, you've moved on with your life.
Yeah.
So the Dad Solution always remembers, I was not myself when I came down to that level to misbehave, and I lost myself. For now, maybe we are clubbing. I no longer club. I've grown up.
Yeah. I don't do those things anymore.
So because they represent a season of life that no longer exists, when
Yeah.
you return to who you are, even a physical contacting you becomes impossible. Yes.
You know, I just want to summarize for you something that you said. And before we conclude, yeah, if you find yourself having to co-parent with a deranged and unstable human being, brace for war. And a nasty war at that. Don't waste time with wishful thinking and looking for universal methods of handling these people, because none exists. And this is because those people are like viruses. They come in too many variants and they mutate constantly. And so there's no way to pin a universal cure for them except symptom management. So remember, with difficult people, one child is easier to handle than 2. And 0 children is definitely better. The moment you sense trouble or like you blundered in choosing this person, cut your losses and stop getting the children.